Hello. So the question says, how many times larger is the area of annulus B than the area of circle E? Well, in the question, it stated that the radius of E is 1 centimeter, and then from here to here, D, the radius of circle D is 2 centimeters. So this distance, this gap, is 1 centimeter. Here's 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and 1 centimeter from this part to here, this part to here, and this part to here. So the question says we have to compare D and E, and annulus is this disc-shaped object. So let's get the area of circle E. So the formula, this is for E, and this is for the whole circle. The formula is area equals pi r squared. So pi is, I'll use 3.14. Now on your calculator, your teacher may want you to use the exact value for pi, but here I'll write down 3.14. Radius is 1, so 1 squared. So the area of E is 3.14. Okay, so now we'll need to get the area of circle D, which is not going to be our final answer because we only want a part of it. So area for circle D, area equals pi r squared. Area equals pi. Now radius of D is going to be 2 centimeters because 1 plus 1 here is going to be 2. So this is going to be 2 squared equals pi. 2 times 2 is 4, so pi times 4. And when you plug this into your calculator, pi times 4, your exact answer, well, it's about 12.56. And I'll round to the nearest 4 decimal places. And this should be fairly accurate for grade 8 math. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to subtract circle D from circle E, and that will give you the annulus area. So this is going to be D circle minus E circle. So this is 12.5663 minus 3.14 gives you area of 9.4264 centimeters squared. So some notes, your teacher may not want you to have 4 decimal places like me. They might want you to have a more closer answer. Maybe it's 1 decimal place, no decimal place. So be careful for that. Also, since the unit is in centimeters, please put centimeters squared for your teacher's final answer. You may also need to write a therefore statement because this is a word problem. Now, the last part, it says how many times larger is the area of annulus D than the area of E? Well, now you're just going to divide 9.42 divided by 3.14, and your answer is approximately 3 times larger. Now, for part B, it says find 2 areas that have the same area as C and D. I'm not quite sure what your teacher wants here, but we can solve for everything we can, and then maybe something will make sense. So what I've done here is this means circle E. So the area of circle E is 3.14 centimeters squared. Area of circle D is 12.56 centimeters squared. This is my white circle here that's not filled in, annulus D, 9.42 centimeters squared. So this is just subtracting circle D by circle E. So let's calculate circle C and see what we get. So circle C is going to be, remember how this is 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters. So area for circle C, so I'll show my calculations on this side here. Circle C, area equals pi r squared. Area equals, so pi is going to be 3 centimeters, so 3 squared. Pi times 3 times 3 is 9, so pi times 9. Plug this into your calculator. Pi times 9 gives you 28.27 centimeters squared. So let's write that down for now. 28.27 centimeters squared. So now to get the answer for annulus C, you're going to subtract the area of the circle of C subtracted by the area of the circle of D. So when you do that, you should get 28.27 subtract by 12.56, and your answer is 15.71 centimeters squared. And let's repeat this for B. So circle B, let's calculate. So now circle B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters in radius. So let's write it down here. Circle B, and area equals pi r squared. This is going to be pi. Area equals pi. R is now 4 squared. And this is going to give us, so 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times pi will give us 50.26 centimeters squared. So 50.26 centimeters squared. So that means that annulus B is going to be, so remember, so to find the annulus B, it's all of B, the circle B, minus entire circle of C. So 50.26 minus 28.27, and you get 22.00 centimeters squared. All right, and lastly for circle A, let's see what we get here. So I'll show my work down here. Circle A equals, let's see, so area equals pi r squared, pi times, so let's see, so A is over here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters. So this is going to be 5 squared. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 20. So 25 times pi, let's see what we get. 25 times pi, we get 78.53 centimeters squared. All right, so 78.53 centimeters squared. Annulus A is going to be circle A minus circle B, and you get 28.28 centimeters squared. Okay, so now we've solved everything. Find the two areas that have the same area as C and D. If this is talking about circles, then in this case, I guess circle C plus circle D, if you add these two together, 12.56 plus 28.27, your answer is going to be 40.83 centimeters squared. So something that equals to 40.83 centimeters squared, find two areas together. So I guess what you could do is you can find two things and add it together to get 40.83. If it's talking about annulus C and annulus D, then it would be annulus C plus annulus D. So that's over here, 15.71 plus 9.42. Then these two together would actually give us 25.13 centimeters squared. So if your teacher trying to say find two areas together that have the same area as annulus C and D, you'll have to find two things that add together to give us 25. So let's see here. Yes. So to get something that adds approximately 25, I would add annulus B 22 with circle E 3.14, and this gets you to approximately the same thing. So your final answer could possibly be circle E plus annulus B, and this is actually going to be 3.14 plus 22, which just gives you approximately 25.14, which is approximately your final answer. So I would guess your teacher probably wants the answer circle E plus annulus b. And since this is, I believe, 5 to 6 marks, you should show the full calculations.